happening? What's happening, everybody? Excuse me. Just got finished eating my little dinner. Nothing fancy. Just some hot dogs and French fries. You hear me? What's going on, man? If this is the first time tuning in to Tim Tidbit, I like to say welcome. If it's not your first time tuning in to Tim Tidbit, I still want to say welcome and give you a nice hearty, well, thank you for always pulling up and hanging out with moi and my companion, Spidey. Y'all see him back there chilling by the window every single day. Excuse me. That's that Sam's Cola coming back with a vengeance. But anyway, if y'all know who I am, my name is Timothy Lee Rogers Singing. I get on Al Gore's internet every single day. Talk about the price action for the S&P 500 because I primarily trade the SPY. I swing trade the SPY. I dabble with the ES futures, and I dabble with a little day trading of the SPY and the SPX from time to time. But I'm primarily a swing trader. But I get on Al Gore's internet every single day so we can discuss the price action because I am a full-time trader. So as a full-time trader, I feel it is necessary to understand what's going on with the price action every single day so I can strategize, if you will. Hold on for a second, because I left my door open and my son watching The Flash, and it's rather loud, and it's distracting me. Now, I jollipies for that. But that was rather distracting to me. So now I'm back. Yes. And I can't remember what I was saying. But so just hit the like button. That's all I ask you do. I do it for the free 99 so that you don't spend your money on courses. If you get nothing else from this, if you get absolutely nothing else from this, right? I want you to take your money that you would otherwise put into a course, right? No matter if it's $100, no matter if it's $600, no matter if it's $1,000, no matter if it's $4,500, I've done it. Take your money and put it in your brokerage account. Pull up here with us every single day and just discuss the price action, right? Learn how price moves. Learn to see the moves before they happen. Get good with trading the SPY. That's the market. That's the S&P 500. All of the companies that you're probably interested in trading, they're either in the S&P, the NASDAQ, or the Dow, or a combination of the three, right? Like Apple, for example. Apple's in the Dow, Apple's in the NASDAQ, Apple's in the S&P. The companies you're interested in trading, they're probably in one of those three indexes. If you learn how the indexes move, you can learn how to trade and invest in the companies that you want to trade and invest in because those companies move with the market. Got it? So take your money, put your money in your brokerage account. Don't give it to anybody. Pull up here with us every day. You know the rest. Let's see who in the chat, man. Oh, before we see who in the chat, y'all remember we got the different excuse me, playlists. If you go to the link in the description, we got the ICT lingo playlist, ICT price action playlist, and the gems from the live stream playlist, right? Gems for the live stream is just like what it sounds like. You don't feel like sitting through the whole live stream. You want to go back and rewatch something that was on the live stream that was a gem. You said, hey, Tim, cut this out the live stream and put it in the gem list because I want to go back and watch this, but I don't want to hear you going back and forth with Robinson all day. It'll be in this playlist, right? ICT concepts, self-explanatory. Go watch that. No banter, nothing. Just straight to the point. This is that, right? And they have slides that you can download. if you go into any one of the playlists and any one of the videos in either one of the playlists, there's a link that says, oh, look at that. Look what I just noticed. They got the thing down there. They got the store down there. I thought I canceled out of setting that up. It was trying to make me do too much. And it put it up there anyway. I just noticed that. It was like really frustrating. It was like frustrating, making me think too much. It was trying to make me say that it can be shipped in so many days. I'm like, man, I can't tell these people when it's gonna get there. It's like a drop ship thing. And so I just hit cancel, and then now I see it's under there. It's still down there. Let's see if it's go to the page. I got options hoodie. Let's see if it go to the page. It went to the page. It actually worked. And I hit cancel. I hit cancel. I actually hit cancel, and it actually worked. It actually worked. I canceled it. It was making me mad. I was like, it's not working. But anyway, if you go to the first link, it says download slides. Take you to a Google Drive folder. You can download any of the slides. Shout out to Homer Robinson. He made an update to the weekly goal calculator that I made. Okay, yeah, he made an update to it where it's got a cash allowance on there, where he taking 30% out, 30% out per week while you trading, set aside for cash. He added an update to it. I thought that was kind of nice. That was cool. So I added that to the folder if you want that version. And then the regular version that I made, where it's just, you know what I'm saying, you ain't taking no cash out. You just, you know what I'm saying, running the account, letting the account just continue to grow without taking out any cash, right? Those are two different versions of that. You got the ICT PIM dash chart, talk about the PD arrays that we discussing in all the videos. If you don't know how to use the PIM dash chart, if you want to sell when prices at equilibrium, you wait till it move up into the premium and hit the PD array that you're using in your strategy, then you sell. When prices around above or around equilibrium and you want to buy, wait, the price falls down into the discount, hits your PD array that you're trading with your strategy, and you buy. That's how you use the PIM dash chart. And the PIM dash chart shows you the order in which the algos are seeking for these PD arrays. It doesn't matter. It don't mean just because there's no mitigation block there, it's not going to keep moving toward those old highs. It just moves until it finds a PD array, and then it reacts off of the PD array. This is like the order in which it looks for them. The mitigation block typically going to be the closest to equilibrium, and the old high is going to be the farthest away from equilibrium of your price range. Same thing for going below. Now that I've said all of that, and all of that is for the free 99. You don't have to pay for anything around here. Look at Michelle Tucker with the fire. Michelle Tucker. Let's go see who in the chat. Let's see who in the chat. And y'all spread the word about this free stuff, man, so we can get the cousins to, you know what I'm saying, put their money in their brokerage account instead of putting their money in somebody else's pocket. Spread the word about this free information, man. What's up, here to learn and share? You always pulling up. Let me move this close over here so it look like I'm looking like semi-straight when I'm looking at y'all names. Instead of looking like this the whole time. Just be looking like I got a gleek eye. My eyes gonna be to the side, but my face will be straight. Okay. All right, there we go. Of course, Robinson. What's going on? Regina. You remind me of a West Side Story. What's up, Regina? Oh, and I got time to do. I got time today, cuz. I ain't had yesterday early in the morning. I ain't had no time, but I got time today, cuz. What's up, Trevor? What's going on, SJ? How you doing? I'm glad that you came through. What's up, Lil Hawk? What's cracking, nephew? Hey, y'all. Cool it now. Hey, watch out. What's going on? Okay. I'm not going to say I've never seen that name, but I don't remember seeing that name. And y'all know I'm not going to try to say that last name. I'll say Ruben, but that last name, I'm not going to try to say it. I ain't even going to play myself. But Ruben, if this ain't your first time pulling up, I truly jalapies. If it is your first time pulling up, welcome. Please hit the like button. What's going on, KC? KC, did I tell you I ran into the rest of the Sunshine Band? And guess what they said when I bumped into them? I'm your boogie man. That's what I am. Yes, they did. What's up, Angela? What's going on? What's they call it? Robinson jumping. Jumping in like, I got time today, punk. Where's my money, punk? What's up, Audrey? What's going on, FC? Buenos tardes. Magenta. I don't know what that last part is. Un poquito. Buenos tardes. Buenos tardes. What Robinson talking about? Oh, Robinson. Hold up. Get out the way. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing District Attorney Angela Valdez. You know I had to get it in. What you saying, Robinson? Well, is it gonna go? We got these new algo internet called hyperlinks. Hey man, I got the pictures and plaques to prove that I'm smart. That's all I'm saying. The young folk nowadays say they got the receipts. I got the receipts. I used to tell people, hey, I got the pictures and the plaques to prove it. You know what I'm saying? If you want to see it. Yeah, man. Hello, Sanjay. What's going on, my guy? Captain Kirk. What's going on? Thanks so much for all your teachers. You're very welcome, Derek. Do I remember seeing Derek? I can't remember. What's happening, Derek? What's up, Rich Genius? What we praising for? We praising that Robinson stopped licking erasers. Real talk on the V2 Spur. You can update any of the blue cells. He said you can update any of the blue cells. Let's go back and see what he talking about. The stuff over here on the side. So these the blue cells over here. This that right there say week starting. I don't know what that means. Initial cash, right? So you got the initial cash, week starting. That's just a okay. That's 10%. We got 10%. Got that. Got 30%. Got that. Okay, so initial cash. I understand what that means. Week starting. Oh, the weeks done changed to the weeks changed. This used to be dates right here. This used to be dates. It changed because the first time I opened this, there were dates here. I don't know why that. Hold on for a second. See, this is why I don't like Google Docs, man. It's tripping. See, like how it's dates there. There was dates on there the first time I opened that. If I ain't mistaken, at least I think it was. How do you change this on Google Docs, man? I don't know how to use Google Docs. How you change the format on Google Docs? Edit. No. Format. Date. Okay. Date. Y'all blame Robinson for that. He saved it wrong, man. Okay. So there you go. So this the date. All right. So let's change it. Let's see how it work out. The 26. We're gonna change this to the 26. Make sure I got everything in there right now. There you go. So it's good now. Okay. So that's the date. That's the date, week starting, right? So you got your week starting. It's up to date now. Hopefully ain't nobody downloaded while it was jacked up. Thank you, Robinson. Okay, and then your initial cash. You put your initial cash in. If you start with 500, if you start with 200, everything updates. If you got a lot of money, you start with 2,500, everything up. Wait a minute, I didn't update. I didn't update when I put 2,500. There it is. It did update. I'm sorry, it did update. And then if your weekly goal, you ain't that lofty, you say, okay, I'm gonna do 5% a week. It updates. It lets you know what you got to do, right? You say, you know what I'm saying, 30% cash, that's too much. I'm doing 20% cash. It updates. There you go. You can update all of that stuff over there to update your sheet. Primarily this 5, I like that, Robson. I thank you for the usability, the functionality of the chart. Functionality of the chart. And then again, over here, this is the column where you will adjust anything. If you like in the weekly profits column, if you didn't trade that week, you ain't do nothing. You just change that to a 0. Your thing updates. You know what I'm saying? It'll update for you automatically. If you ain't trade, if you got extra, right? You'll just come to there and you'll go in there and you add however much extra you got. You made an extra $100 above what you're supposed to get. You add that in. Now say 185.91 instead of 85.91. You see what I'm saying? Whatever this is, if you know what I'm saying, or if you got less, you just go in and subtract the difference. That's how you update, and everything else should populate accordingly. The only difference is Robinson got the fancy schmancy over here that I wasn't gonna put that much into it, but he ain't got no job anyway because he be on live when he supposed to be in a staff meeting, so he got time to make it look this fancy. So this version of it, I will admit, y'all, hey, don't tell Robinson I said this, but this version of it is a much better version than the one that I did. But like I say, I work from 9 to 11. Robinson ain't got no job. So there you go. Feel free to download that for the free 99. And this is the first version that I did right here. And you know, it's good, but the other one, I like that one better. It pained me to say that out loud. Oh man. The screen wasn't even up. The screen wasn't even up. Y'all couldn't even see nothing I was talking about. So it really don't matter. It really don't matter because y'all couldn't see nothing I was talking about. Did anybody tell me that the screen wasn't up? We need a bell alert. Oh, yep. Put the screen. We can't see the screen. Well, 30 minutes later, told y'all, man. Told y'all. And my phone here, I guess my sweetie ain't on here because she ain't called me and say, hey, the screen, you know what I'm saying? Nothing. Somebody, Robinson, should have jumped in the Discord and was like, put the screen up. So my computer would have went, bloop, bloop, and it would have popped up. Anyway, the weekly goal calculator. That's what I was talking about right there. You can update this side over here. You can change the date to whatever date you want to start. You starting on the 26th, the day after Christmas. Boop. It updates for you down the sheet. You starting with $200. Boop. It updates for you down the sheet. 10% too high for you. You want to do 5%. Boop. It updates down the sheet. 30% too high. You only want to do 20%. Boop. It updates down the sheet. Right? Let me undo all that. So now the profit, the weekly profit, right? On this week right here, you was going ham. Instead of making $120.49, you made an extra $100. You just click on that box, come up there to the formula, hit plus 100. Boop, add that $100 in right there because you made an extra $100 that week. If you come down here and you spiral, right? And you lost money. You lost $5 $50 minus 50, right? Put in minus 50. It updates down the sheet for you, right? You didn't trade that week. Just change to a 0. It updates the sheet for you. There you go, right there. And that's Robinson version of the sheet. Now that y'all can see it. Thank you, Robinson, for the sheet. I like that version better. The only difference is the information is to the side. It got a little more functionality. And the original one, it was just you had your initial cash right at the top right there and your percentage goal. There's no cash allowance. There's no starting week that updates for you. If you want to change the weeks you start on here, you got to put in 2 weeks and drag it down. It's a lot more functional over here. That's why I say I like this one better. You can just change these right over here and your sheet pretty much ready to go. On this one over here, you got to know a little bit about spreadsheets, how to copy it down, and you know what I'm saying, all of that right there. So this one is more functional. This one right here is just the bare bones if you want to get it and go make your own version like Robson did. He improved upon it. Now, if you make a new version, don't come out here with no hot doodle trash. It's got to be better than Robinson's. If you're going to improve on it. Don't be going backwards. 4 hours later. Man, we'd have been on here 21 minutes and ain't said nothing about no price action. You need some type of, man, what you talking about? My wife usually my alert, but she ain't here. She ain't here. Till, can you clip the spreadsheet break? No. You trying to be funny. Are you serious? Are you seriously asking for that, or are you trying to be funny? If you're being serious, I will click it. I will make it a clip. I will make it a clip if you being serious. But if you're trying to be funny, no. I can't do it. I showed y'all how the screen look like. If I move the comments right, like over on this side where I'm seeing, it look like this right here. If I move the comments to the side I'm looking at, then you can see all this and all that foolishness over there, right? So I can't, like, when I look this way, there's no way for me to, because this is the stream yard. This is the stream, and see. Okay. Is it a way to, ain't no way to close this? It ain't no way to close it. Okay. All right. Let's see how this play out. Let's see how this play out. Now, see, now I'm looking back over here for y'all. I'm looking back over here for y'all now. Now I can't tell if. Okay. Oh, let me try this right here. I got an idea. We gonna get to the what's name. Nah. All right. Hello. I can't do that. Hello. Well, can't do it like that. Anyway, y'all just gonna have to deal with me not seeing the screen. No problem, fam. Just giving back to the community. Tim is real MVP for setting up the original. And yes, I did throw up in my mouth a little when I maybe you could give someone you trust your number to text you in the instance. People have my number. They don't when they text me, I don't be seeing it. That's why I sit the phone here now. You know what I'm saying? The people that got my number that be in here, they be texting me. And what? Anyway, let's get to it, man. 26 minutes later. Hey, Lil Hulk, did you really want me to clip that up? If you want me to clip that up, say yeah, clip it up for real. But if you're just trying to be funny, just don't say nothing. All right. I didn't watch the price today. When I came in and set the new daily low, daily high, and all of that right there, I was like, interesting. So I dropped down to the lower time frames to see exactly how it played out with Powell. And I'll walk you through my thoughts on that afterwards. Hold on, I'm getting hot. This is why I'm hot. So at the open, we pushed up to the weekly equilibrium and then consolidated a little bit. And then right before the Fed rate announcement, we popped up and hit this hourly fair value gap. And then when the announcement came out, we pushed down and then bounced off of this. We're gonna go lower, but I'm just walking through it quickly right now on the hourly candles. We came down here we had a liquidity void here on the hourly. We had a breaker right over here on the hourly. For anybody who don't understand what I'm talking about, we'll mark those out. For the people who still can't eyeball it just yet, right? So from this down close candle here all the way up to this down close candle there, this entire area right here is a hourly liquidity void, right? We got a liquidity void right there, right? But the main part of the void we're concentrating on is this right here is a buy side imbalance, right? Buy side imbalance. But the portion of it that we're looking at for the liquidity void is this portion right here where there's no selling at all. Down here on this buy side imbalance, we have wicks going both ways. So there was some selling inside there because we traded both ways on them wicks. But this still constitutes a buy side imbalance because we didn't come back down and offer sell side only, right? But right here is the liquidity void because it's just straight like a rocket of buy side with no selling on the other side, right? Because there's very little selling there. So this is the liquidity void from this candle high up to this candle low, right? That's your liquidity void right there, right? So you see price came down into the liquidity void, filled the liquidity void right there. And it also came down when I said the breaker. This is the breaker right here, right? There's your breaker right there. And what makes that a breaker, right? We came down into the breaker and stopped just short of this daily order block right there. We marked the order block out before, so I'm not going to go up and show that. But what makes this a breaker is, right, you came down and this high right here, we came down and made this low. This high right here, you see that swing high right there? Right there. That's the swing high right there. Got to make the noise when you see the swing high. Ready? 1, 2, 3. That's your swing high, right? That swing high, that high came down, right, and broke that low, right? See right there, we came down and we get under that low. That high came down and broke this low. Oh, come on. Yep. This high came down and broke this low right there, right? So when we trade back up past this right here, that makes the last down close candle. And see, it's just a little itty bitty candle. and it's 2 candles in a row, you always take into account the group of candles, right? You got this itty bitty candle and that big beefy candle. You can either look at the big beefy candle by itself, right? Or you can do like little Timmy Rogers do and incorporate the group of candles, and keep in mind that the mean threshold of this order block is right there, roughly around 4,000, right? Just roughly around 4,000 is the mean threshold of that order block, right? So price came down to, the breaker. I said order block. Came down to the breaker, stopped short of the daily order block, filled in the hourly liquidity void, and had a massive reaction. Push back up. Push back up, right? So then we came down again, swept a little bit, and also it came up under this all this sell side liquidity that we had been consolidating and collecting from 1600 yesterday all the way up until 2 o'clock today, right? So you got a lot of sell stops. So you just gonna have me up. What AJ said? Y'all hold on for a second. God dog it. So you just gonna have me. shout out AJ, man. If y'all don't know AJ, the investor plug from the Come Up series. I met AJ on the Come Up series. Huh? TiVo used to do the supplemental Sundays. But what was I saying? Oh yeah. Then we came back down and dipped into the sell side liquidity once more. And then once we hit these PD arrays down here, that sent us all the way back up to the weekly equilibrium, right? Making sure we don't leave no kind of fair value gap on this huge sell down from the news. You know what I'm saying? From the news, this huge sell down. And when Powell started talking, it started coming back up. You know what I'm saying? It started coming back up, but we went all the way back up to make sure we didn't leave any kind of fair value gap, right? So the market right now, even though this was a crazy whipsaw day after the news, it's really acting like it's still in a buy model. But it's too early to say right now because we're in the middle of the road. We are still in the middle of the road. And the reason why I say we're in the middle of the road before we go down to the 15-minute, right? We right here at the equilibrium of the premium, right? Remember the equilibrium of the premium. That's where we at right there, right? After the bell, we push back up on the 5 o'clock candle and stop right there at the equilibrium of the premium, which put us a stone's throw away from the equilibrium of the day, right? We are in a slight discount on the week, right? We're on a slight discount on the week. So we had a slight discount on a week, pretty much at equilibrium on the day, and we're at equilibrium of the premium, right? So we're in a place where buying or selling can take place. Buying or selling can take place. And right now, the way it's looking like the market is still in a buy program because we're taking buy side, right? Ripping it apart, and then we're respecting the support PD arrays. What you mean by that? Glad you asked that question, little Timmy Rogers, right? We going up, we came up here, took out buy side. Came up here, blast off, took out buy side. You know what I'm saying? Came down, waited on the news. And when the news came out, we came down, we took out sell side, hit some support PD arrays, and quickly moved back up above fair value. This was considered fair value right here overnight. See what I'm saying? We came down, ran sell stops, moved back above fair value. It's like we're hitting the support and getting back up to fair value. Whereas it's like we're not coming down and blasting through this daily. You see what I'm saying? We just took out massive buy side, right? Massive daily buy side, right? But we came down and stopped short of daily support. That hit it like a brick, turned back around, right? If we took out this massive daily buy side, why we ain't come down, bust through this daily support and tear through this sell side on the bottom down here. But we took out the weekly sell side to the top, took out daily external, buy side, took out the weekly buy side, took out daily external buy side, right? Closed above daily external buy side. We bust out to the external daily buy side, closed above it, and then we move back in and we're stopping on the internal support in here. So right now it still looks like we're in a buy program, but can't get too happy yet because we still in the middle of the road, because we right here at the daily equilibrium. We right here at the equilibrium of the premium, and we are stone's throw away from the equilibrium on the weekly, right? So price can still go either way. It can still go either way. Now, what you want to be looking for is we came down and these PDAs in the support held. They did their job. Now we want to see, will price come up here, start taking internal buy side and disrespecting these PD arrays above it, or will it slide down and start to disrespect the PD arrays below it, right? Once will we start getting the breaking market structures upside? We already got one. We got a breaking market structure upside here. Then we turned around and got a breaking market structure downside there. That's why I say we're in the middle of the road. Right now, it's too early to tell. We need the market to break out of this range, right? If you notice, right, we consolidated here, right? Moved up, consolidated here, got the CPI numbers, right? Came right back down to fair value, right? Moved up just around equilibrium, a little bit into a premium, touched this fair value gap, got the news, sold down, took out the sell side, right? And then wicked off of this support, came right back where? Pretty much right here around fair value. We're in the middle of the road, right? It can still go either way. Now, let's go down to 15-minute real quick and look at the news area. As you see right there, when I told you, like when we, right before the news, we took off and came up there and tapped that hourly fair value gap. You know what I'm saying? Got above this swing high right here, tapped above that swing high right there. It's a 15-minute fair value gap that's nested in there that we did not touch, but we touched that. And when the news came out, we sold down immediately, ran out the sell side, right? Came down to the support areas we talked about, the breaker, the Fed liquidity void, the fair value gap. Once we hit that, you see how the price moved back up, and look where the price stayed at. Let's check that out. Remember I told you it moved back to fair value after we ran after we hit them support levels, those support levels. Look where price stayed at, right? Price stayed, the bodies of the candle stayed at fair value right there. It wicked below it, but it stayed at fair value. It respect fair value right there. So that's why I say it looks like we're still in a buy program, but it's too early to tell if we are. Got to let algos tell you what they want to do. When you're in the middle of the road, don't get into the fight in the middle of the road. Stand on the sides, throw the rock, hide your hand. Throw the rock, hide your hand. Oh, speaking of in the middle of the road, I shared something in Discord today. Let me show y'all that real quick. I shared something in Discord today. I always tell y'all I will never share anything in Discord that I don't share on Algo's internet right here. I did not take a trade off of this right here. I just eyeballed it. I didn't take a sim trade, didn't take a real trade. I eyeballed it. If y'all remember this morning, right? And like I said, everyone, I did not take a trade because it's FOMC day, but I watched this play out perfectly. There would have been, that's supposed to be 10. Oh no, there would have only been 1 point of heat taken on my 1.25 to 1 reward to risk setup, risking 8 to get 10. Right? This is my little scalp setup that I got for the ES or the MES, whichever one I decide to trade. I got a 1.25 to 1 setup where I risk 8 to make 10. Right? So looking at this right here, Remember when we set this fib up earlier? I don't know if y'all can see the numbers on there, but we anchored the fib at the low at that low of this price leg at 40.26, right? And we ran it up. I was like, I'm gonna set 50% at the opening of this order block right over here. We set it right. We set it for 50% at that bullish order block right there, and we was like, we're gonna see how far up it go if it get here to this. I can't even see what that say. Let me go to the real picture. I'm talking about, I don't know if y'all can see it. I can't see it. Right. Okay, this is the real picture right there at this 40.85, right? Oh, it's right there on the screen. I could have just read, right? So the 40.85 was the entry. That's the top of the field, right? So the highest that candle went, 40.85.50. The highest point right there was 40.86.50, right? So it was 1 point of heat that you would have taken if you entered off of that right there, and then it gave you your matter of fact, when I took the screenshot, it was at exactly 10 points. I just noticed that it was at exactly 10 points when I took the screenshot right there, right? But I knew it out here went 10 points because the low on that candle was below 47.50, and so I just came in, took a screenshot, and it happened to catch it right there on the 10 points, right? So, and that was when we was doing the fib test from this morning when we had ran the God dog it, Tim. When we had ran the fibs, when we were watching price move this morning. We had put the fibs on. Anybody who don't know what I'm talking about, one day last week when we was on live, and we was talking about how price consolidates at equilibrium, and then we always run the fibs and go up to see, you know what I'm saying, where equilibrium is. And I was like, hey, if price is moving from a discount or moving from a premium, right? If it start consolidating there, then theoretically, if you take a fib and just set the fib, the 50% at the consolidation, then it should theoretically go to, you know what I'm saying, the price, right? So what we did at the time, this right here was the order block, right? We came up to that order block and we put it right on the top of that order block right there, right? We set it on the top of that order block right there and was like, hey, let's see how this play out, right? So that was the order block right there. So it had to be somewhere around there like that when we set it, right? The candles had to be somewhere around that when we set it. Boom, right? So when you come out, you see right here, it went, that candle right there went above, went poked above a little bit, pulled back, gave you your little scalp right there based off the field projection, right? And the reason why when I be doing this field projection, I don't be looking for the full reversal. I just be looking for the little quick scalp. It can be a full reversal if it gets to a point where you've come into a premium, right? You've come into a premium. Like, let's go up here to this one, come up there. That one there, it didn't hit. It didn't hit with that consolidation, so you wouldn't have got picked up on that. But if it like this PD array is in the premium and you run it up there, that could be a full reversal if the consolidation, you know what I'm saying, if it happened to get up there and match up to it. But that one ain't match up to it, so you wouldn't have got picked up on that for a reversal. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the it consolidated there, it consolidated here. Now, if you got a big risk tolerance, right? Theoretically, you could have used this same fib extension to catch the reversal, right? If you got a big tolerance, let's look at it right there. We're gonna look at it based off of my normal 8-point, my 8-point scalp, and see if it 40, 85, 50 plus 8. So 40.93, 40.93.05. No, you would have been stopped out. It looked like. High on that candle right there. High 40.97. Yes, you would have got stopped out. It went up to 40.97. So you would have got stopped out with my 8 points, right? But if you got the risk tolerance to put it above this PD array, you could have called a reversal. But it's just all about risk tolerance. But that's what I be using it for. But it's in the same general ballpark, depending on the time frame you're looking at. That consolidation still played into this little reversal right there. It's just outside of my risk tolerance. So far, that field projection thing is a handy little tool to add to the back utility tool belt. Now, the way I use it, right? I ain't perfected it yet because I just thought this up last week. The way I use it is I look at price when it's in a discount and it's starting to move toward premium, or if it's in a premium and it's starting to move toward discount, and then like how it's in a, like, just see how it's in a discount right here, right? It's in a discount below the equilibrium here, and it's starting to move up toward, you know what I'm saying, going toward equilibrium, right? So I'll just look from this low because it's in a discount moving to a premium, right? I'll just start on this hourly. So on the hourly time frame, I'll start from there and then put the 50%. If it continues to consolidate longer through the night, I'll just put it at the at the equilibrium there. And then if it get like an order block down here somewhere where it take off, then I'll just anchor it to the open of that order block. And then that'll be the area I'll be looking for some type of retracement right there on the hourly. And then I just go down lower time frames and do the same thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? On this time frame right here, that's the hourly low. This is when we, you know what I'm saying, we trade it back down. On this, we reverse there. So I start at that candle right there because we switched directions there. Then we took off either that candle or this candle, whichever one floats your boat. Right, run it to the equilibrium, right? So on this time frame, that's where I'll be looking for some kind of reaction. But I just use it for like a 10-point scalp. You know what I'm saying? I try to do it on the hourly or 15-minute from, like, I wouldn't really use this right here because that's not a predominant swing low, right? I wouldn't really use that, but that's how I use it. I just find the swing low and I move it up until it gets to, but I use it when I'm coming from a discount and heading back toward equilibrium, or from a premium heading back toward equilibrium. That's how I've been using it so far. And thus far, it's been successful. It's only been one time where it wasn't successful out of all the times I done tested it. I took a live trade with it one time. I took a couple sim trades with it. I eyeballed it a few times where I just sat it and watched to see how it play out. But every time except for one, it's been spot on. It's been spot on. A lot of times, the other day it was tick for tick. Y'all saw it the other day. It went tick for tick, and then it turned around. I think that's all I got, man. I've been running my mouth like crazy. Let me see what y'all talk about in the chat. The chickity chat. Zayden wrote 12 dissertations in here. I'm not reading all that. I'm not reading all of that. We got a what? What's it? We got to get Tim a soundboard. Yes. I thought I need a soundboard like Trap got, man. Y'all send it to my P.O. box. You can tell the market wants to go up though, because when it does break out of its breaking range to you can tell the market wants to go up though, because when it does break out of the range, it's breaking. Oh, it's breaking to the upside. It's breaking to the upside. Okay. And like Tim said, it's creating a ton of support, 3,900, 4,100 level. So when it rips, Lord, Xmas might be 43. Oh, let's go. Let's go to 4,300. Zay, put it, speak it into existence. Speak it into it. What's going on? What's happening with my screen? What's happening with my screen? Why y'all telling me my screen wasn't lit good over there? Screen. Uh-oh. Boy, I knocked myself out. God dog it, stay up there. Anyway, piss me off. What retail sales, right? Don't we got retail sales in the morning? Is it retail sales? Retail sales, ton of data, like 3 reports coming. Let's go see what we got going on. I think we got, is it retail sales we got in the morning? Thursday, yeah, retail sales, Philly Fed manufacturing index, of course, the unemployment numbers. We get that every week. Whole bunch of stuff that I don't care. Then we got PMI on Friday. And then is this expiration week? What's this? What week is this? Is this expiration week? 1, 2, 3. Yes. So we got expiration week. We got expiration this week. What's this? Is this December? Is Quad Witch on the expiration week? Who knows? Is Quad Witch on the expiration week, Zay? And Quad Witch Friday. Keep reading, Tim. Rally calls on Monday. Yeah, I think we're gonna have a bullish end of the year. We just gotta get through this. Yeah. Shout out trading with a dummy. Good show, Tim. And I sister quit, but got to bounce. What? Okay, I'm assuming you say you was leaving, but I don't know what you're talking about. Quiet. Okay. I said quit, but quiet. Y'all know my reading don't be reading. Good show, Tim. And I sister quiet, but got to bounce. Okay. All right, then. Thanks for pulling up, Mark. Today was the 3900 day. Nice job on the call today. Saved me some money. What call you talking about? Who you talking about? But good job on saving money. Talk about something that I said. Y'all know I don't be remembering what I said. Talk about something I said. Hey, Chief Motivation. You ain't missed nothing. What's up, Kareem? You ain't missed nothing, Chief Motivation. I was just running my mouth. You ain't missed nothing. You probably pulled up as soon as we started. Thought Tim was having the Holy Ghost when Zay. Lights are fine. You still not going to. Yeah, I ain't never said I was. Barry Black. I ain't never said I was. Yeah, appreciate that, Quad Witch. Okay. Yeah, it's December here to learn and share. I thought he was having flashback dealing with the police. I hate you. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Effects. What I'm talking about? There you go. Come out with your hands up. Stop, don't move. They come to look for Robson. The police come to get Robson. Come out with your hands up. No sudden movements. No sudden movement. They come to get Robson. Hey, man. Hey, I think that's all I got, man. I think that's all I got. Y'all got anything? If y'all ain't got nothing, we gonna go ahead and call it, man. If y'all ain't got nothing, we gonna go ahead and call it, man. Zay in here. Oh, what's up? What's up, man?
What's up,
Get
man?
off my screen. What's up, man?
What's up, bro?
Chilling. What's up with you?
Man, this probably about to be like my last public appearance for about 2 weeks. We go into the hospital tomorrow, so
Oh, that's what's up, man.
yeah, man. We check in tomorrow 6:30. So I was like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and jump on real quick, man, and say what's up to my guy. Because I'm gonna be in the hospital when all the rest of this week play out. So I'm gonna be trapping from the hospital.
I'm from the hospital. And what's up, man? Hey, congratulations again, girl, dad.
Yeah, all the way, man.
Y'all stopping at 2 or y'all gonna keep going?
Oh, that's it. That's a wrap.
I ain't mad at you.
Especially got daggone daycare more than my mortgage, bruh.
I ain't mad at you. Yeah, hey, boy, look here. Don't I know?
Dog, but man, this market though, right? So like you said, ain't nothing popping. But to your point, we got a little bit more data. And like what everybody was saying, man, I'm with you, bro. I feel like we was on a live today. So I did the live. We did the live reaction.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look at it. I saw it when I was setting up my stream. I saw you had did it. I'm gonna go watch it.
Man, that jank was it had to be in 2 hours. That's too damn long, man. I mean, people stuck on for that long, but I really don't mean to be on. But I wanted to like get on before Pal talk just so we could see the market set up and all of that. So it was pretty cool, man. But man, that said it was so obvious, man, coming into that short. But what the craziest thing was is like how the premiums didn't really move. So that's what has me still feeling like, man, we still in for some volatility this week, dog.
So the premiums they moved when it was doing all that right there?
Bro, man, both sides got clapped essentially. You know what I'm saying? So you had to catch that initial move in order to really make any money. So as soon as Powell started talking, the market dropped. And so I think actually it was crazy as Mark was on the live. So he was like, yo, look at the 3,900s or the 3,900s and 3,950s. So we kind of looked at them like right before Powell was talking. They was like 140, 150 or so. And
that's the link for Zay. That's the video right there. That's the link.
Yeah, that's basically it right there.
Want to pull up to it, just that's the link right there for the video.
And so they end up going for like $1.50, and then when we got that drop, they went. I want to say they ran to like maybe like $6-7. Now, don't get me wrong, that's still like 500%, right? So that's still a good trade. But once we got that bounce back up, they went right back down to $1. Then they sold back down. So the theta and they just end up getting clapped at the end of the day. So they just end up running both sides. And so then I started peeking at the next day's, tomorrow, or basically today's SPXs and them premiums. Both sides got pretty much chopped up.
Man, speaking of premiums, man, I looked at the SPY calls chain for the end of December. And they real bullish, man. It's like they real bullish for the end of December because like the big open interest go all the way up to like 415 on the calls, but the open interest on the puts, they only go down to like 390, I think. They don't go like they're more they set up more bullish. Let me pull up the what's name. Let me pull up again.
About that. I actually showed people premiums today because that's why I was saying that's why I'm feeling bullish, because as I look at like if I look at the 380 puts for the end
what
of
it
the
look
year.
like in bar chart. Let me see how, because I was in my platform earlier and I just pulled up the premiums on the SPY, and like the open interest on the calls, they went like I went like $15 up and down.
Okay,
and like the bigger volume on the calls were like at 400 was like 30-some thousand, 405 was like 30-some thousand, and then like it was like 405, 410, and 415. Yep. And 415 was like 40-some thousand, and then on the other side, it was like it didn't get all the way, that $15 away didn't have as much. You know what I'm saying? Let me see.
I'm a follow you.
See, right? Because I on my what's name, on my whatchamacallit, I ain't looked at bar chart forever.
Bar chart is
30th, I think 12.
Tim said premiums were juicy fruit today. He funny.
12. Why does that say? Mine say quarterly on my on my what's the name? It say like it's got a Q right there.
On the 1230s.
Yeah, on the 1230, it's got a Q on my Let me see if it's got the same thing. Okay, so calls. Let me go 20.
Yeah, I see the
See, so 405,
you
they
got
got
30,000,
30,000, 410,
28
28,000, and then 415 got 40,000, right?
on
And
the
then when you go to the puts, 395,
20,000.
395 got 20,000, and then 390 got 30,000, but 385 got 20. You see what I'm saying? Like that it's heavier, it's more heavy going, you know what I'm saying, to the call side. It's like more open interest to the call side. When I was looking at, you know what I'm saying? Like we got 40,000 at 415.
I'm gonna tell you, you also got to expand them numbers to some of them. Some of them lower strikes, even though they way out the money, but some of them.
Oh yeah, yeah. You talk about go. I rarely go past 20 because when you go past
some of them joints, man, they be huge.
Yeah, when it go past like 20, I'll be like, I'll be looking at them. I'm be like, those just like straight. Them just straight. I don't know what to call them. I call that a hedge.
They out the money. They out the money. No, but I mean, again, like you said, I'm looking at premiums, man. And at the end of the day, the way, like you said, when I look like far out, and yeah, to me, it's like it's kind of, I see like it's. But here's the weird thing is, when you like the way I be looking at the premiums, I can tell the rent is going to be limited. Because when you start to look at some of the further puts, they holding stronger than some of the, like, I guess, puts that have less time, which I guess is due to theta and all that stuff anyway. But it's almost.
But when you look at the put call ratio, when you look at the put call ratio is showing bearish. You got 2.3.
Well, you got a. People could have sold though. How you know everybody bought them? You know what I mean? So
And see, that I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. That's the one thing that I don't like about just like looking at these numbers. Because you don't know, people could just be selling to suck it, to be like a trap. You know what I'm saying? They could be.
Bro, that's why when I tell people, or like when I teach people about this stuff, I always tell them you gotta take these numbers with a grain of salt, because you really don't know if people are selling these or if it's really people buying. But there's like little tricks to trades that can kind of help. Like, well, the SPY is hard because it's just super liquid. Mm-hmm. But like if you get like if you say you see like a stock that just get a random big bid, you can kind of track that bid and just track it for like 2 weeks to see, okay, when this order came in, did the stock price go up from there or down from there? And that could kind of help you. Decide whether if they were sold or bought, right? Because let's say if like the order happens and it's you see it's a big order of puts, right? So like we just saw, it's a big order of puts. But what happens if the price goes up? Well, those puts are getting squeezed. Somebody could just sold those with a bullish intent. They wanted the price to go up.
Yep.
But you know what I'm saying? But let's say if they bought them and then the prices started dropping, that could have been a bearish intent, and then they getting profit. So man, it's you got to take these numbers with a grain of salt. So it just shows that it is a more bearish sentiment, but market makers may use that to their advantage and squeeze the market because they know. Oh, now here's another thing too, bro, is that I don't know which website or somebody can get this. I wonder if Dustin or somebody get this data, but there's data out there where you can see like what the average like retail option size is. Like the lot size, you could tell what they're being bought in. So you can kind of like separate like what a retail options look like. Retail is super bearish, right? On top of right. The skew is super crazy. Like retail bearish, professionals are bearish. So we might be in for a hell of a squeeze, dog. That's why I say I mean 4,300 is a push. You know, when I put that in the chat, but man, you can just tell if we get above 4,100 or we break below 3,900. We've been in this zone for 22 days, bro.
Yeah.
When we break one of those zones, we're gonna go at least 200 points in that direction before any type of turnaround.
It's gonna fly. Like looking at let's look at it. Let's look at it to see if it's really. Let's see if it's really like out of the question. Let me get the.
You still online?
Yes, I am.
All right, I'm about to join. Bye.
All right. Let's look at the SPX. I know Jay like to look at the SPX, so we're gonna look at the SPX. Let me put my screen up. 4,300. Man, that ain't unrealistic. 4,300. That ain't unrealistic coming out of this right here. For real. You know what I'm saying? That's not unrealistic at all. Cause we, you know what I'm saying, we've been consolidating here. If we take off out of this 4,300 right there, that ain't unrealistic. We could get there. Cause look at, you know what I'm saying, look at the upside we got to get to, because we've been flirting with this high right here forever.
Bruh.
Right?
And that's
Since we came from down here, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my God. Just teasing that. That's why I'm like, yo, if we blast through that, I feel like we blast through that volume gap as a magnet.
Yeah, because we can't look at that. We came up, right? We had a nice little retracement right here. Then we pushed up again, looking like we was about to go get it. Then we stopped and consolidated for
22 days. For 22 days.
22 days. You know
22 days, bro.
Consolidated for 22 days, right? So if that's not unrealistic to go, you know what I'm saying? Right, like that's right there. That's not unrealistic. And even, you know what I'm saying, even if we don't get that, look at all of this liquidity that's waiting right there just below it. You know what I'm saying? If we took off there, can you imagine the people that's gonna start chasing the price?
Rocket ship. Like that's why I'm like, bruh, if as soon as we get that clear break of 4,100, it's bruh, it ain't gonna offer not near sell side until we get to 4,200 minimum. And then when we get to 4,200, you might get an eeny weeny pullback because it's gonna go for that gap that you talking about, that 4,220 up in that area.
Yeah,
like it might be a straight shot for that period. Like no, just straight gas.
You got, you know what I'm saying? Like if you go body to body on
God,
this right
oh
here,
my God.
If you go body to body on this right here, look at that. Get back over there. Right. So you got body to body.
I would say you could do that whole thing because that it gapped down from that green candle.
Yeah, it gapped down from here, but I was just talking about just this last full void right there. You know what I'm saying? If you get there, that's top of that
4,228.
The top of that is 428. So imagine if we start rocking into that, the people that's gonna chase that, man,
it's gonna push it. That's gonna push it to about 425.
So yeah, that's not unrealistic. It's not unrealistic.
Oh, also, hey, for the people that watched last time, hey, go look at Tesla. Let's go see how I now.
Oh yeah, I never looked at Tesla. I mean, you texted me and I was like, I meant to come.
Yeah. So we told people, we was like, look, we going.
Look at that! Why?
Bro, it hit the top of our it hit the top of the money. Bro, the top of the order block is 155.30. Tesla low today was 155.31, bro.
Look at this here. This the date that I put. That was what, December 1st. I marked that line there when we started talking about this.
We talked about it. Yep.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. That was December 1st line.
So I ain't even going front. I definitely dabbled a little bit.
I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad. Look at there. Because the equilibrium, the equilibrium was 146. And
yeah, but remember we was like, man,
156.
Yeah, you said me that video.
It goes away from the equilibrium.
You said we gonna get 10 more after today. We ain't get it. I was like, I'm gonna have to hit that top. I said, man, this might be close enough. If we do get it, I'll just add one more. But bruh,
hey, when I text you, I was like, Tesla, the low. I was like, the low
yesterday.
Was 166. You think we get 10 more?
Yesterday.
I was like, you think we get 10 more?
So that's why today I was paying attention, and when I seen we hit that, when I went to the monthly, I seen we hit that top. I was like, man,
right here, this one right here,
bro. And then so I started thinking, I'm like, bro, this was my thought, Tim. You had CPI and you had pound. So if we was gonna get to that threshold with all this downside momentum, we likely would have just flushed right through it. But because we respected it, I'm like, bro, we about to blast off, dog. Like, like because now we don't have.
What you say? What you
we
say? I
don't-
text you yesterday. What did I text you yesterday?
about do we have $10 more
You
or
got 10 more. And the reason why I said that, right, because we was right. The low was at 166, and the high of this second candle on the order block was 156. Right? It was 156. It's 155.30. Pretty much. I was like, you think we got 10 more? And the low of the day was 155.31.
I took it, dog. I said, man, I was like, we said this was going up. Let me just go ahead, let me go out a couple months. Let's see what happens here. So,
I wasn't even watching the market today. I wasn't watching it today. But
that Jen hit it perfectly. So, like, if you go to a daily and look at how it's looking, you can't now. If you should go now, tell me that don't look like it's ready to turn around, bro.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, we dipped down, we ran down, got a little reaction, we pulled down here. Let's see what the dailies look like over here on the other side. Oh yeah, we right around there. We can get a little bit, but that ain't much. You know what I'm saying? But it's ready.
I'm gonna say, if we get that, I'm adding.
We can make it, but that's like I say, I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it because we came down here to this fair value gap in this order block right here, right? We came down there, so that's a good spot for it to reverse. And then if it did want to come down and get this, right? It ain't a whole lot of downside. It ain't no drawdown. Matter of fact, you really won't even need to add there, but you can. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't
gonna be much of a hit, probably.
Yeah, it ain't no big drawdown.
Yeah,
right. But yeah, it's chomping at the bit. It's yeah, man.
Yeah, and then look at the weekly, man. I'm gonna say it looks bad, but at the same time, I'm also like, when it looked bad, that's exactly right around the time when things, about to start turning.
Oh, and then you got a weekly order block right there. That's why I say you can maybe a little bit, but that ain't. Yeah, I don't see it going farther than this weekly.
I'll say this. If it don't get there tomorrow, when does it get there?
I say it may hit it tomorrow and start reversing. That's what I would say.
Right.
I think it'll hit it tomorrow and start reversing. You know what I'm saying? Because the way it's trading,
yeah,
we right there in the fair value gap. You got the order block right there. Yeah, man.
And I'm gonna tell you like this. You know what this remind me of? As far as like the zone interacting in is when SPY hit 3,500. Bro, you had a gap. You had so many intersections right now that, man.
Microsoft weekly look crazy, man.
No, you gotta refresh
doing the Lord's work.
That's just might be just
Microsoft been doing the Lord's work.
Yeah, it's been doing all right. But yeah, man, I wanted to look at Tesla, and then
I just want to look at the other big boys real quick.
But so Tesla going according to plan, bro.
Yeah, it is. It is. I appreciate you. When you text me, I was like, for real? Because I was on the couch from like 11 o'clock until it was time to go get the boys.
No, I don't blame you. I mean, but at the end of the day, if you didn't miss much though, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, the price action was still trash. Because honestly, when you look at, like I said, you texted me yesterday, Tesla closed at 150. If it hit a low of 156.91, it only traded, $4 today. So it really wasn't a lot of price action like that, but it just, it was enough to kind of take it down a little bit. So
small range. It's gonna be. We had an interesting spot. I want to see how it's gonna play out for the rest of the week, because it's like I was looking at the calendar. I looked at the calendar and I'm like, man, tomorrow really the last real week of trading.
Well,
I say we got Christmas.
You said next week, right?
Yeah, next week.
Yeah,
I said tomorrow, but next week, it's like the last real week of trading.
And that's why I'm like, bro, we gotta make the move between these next 7 trading days. Period.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, Friday, and next week. That's all you got.
It.
Because the last week gonna be pure trash.
Yeah. So that's why I say, man, we're in an interesting spot. We're in, because it's like You got people that's like thinking thinking we not really gonna rally to it. Man, I think people gonna get their face ripped off. I
think so too, bro.
think people gonna get
Here's
their
what
face
I
ripped
think they making it hard. Here's what I'll say. They making it hard for bulls, right? They definitely are like testing your gangster. Like, like I think I said, yo, these past 22 days has probably been the worst environment for a swing trader ever because we went absolutely nowhere. So swing trader, bro, these past 22 days, I had to go to scalping, goddammit.
It's been doodle. It's been doodle for swinging.
Right. That ass. You can't do it. But as a swing trader, have your alert set for above 4,100 and below 3,900 because I'm telling you, I got at least we're gonna go 200 points minimum, bro. I see it. There's 200. You got it because
it's gonna fly.
Yeah, bro. And I see it the same way. It's like, yo, if we crack 3,900, we're going to 3,700 fast. Yep. Like we're gonna just slice through. So, and like I told most people, at the end of the day, when you look at this fourth quarter and you go to a 3, you break it down on quarterlies. I keep saying this. I think they want to end this at like where they want to have a positive fourth quarter. Like the first quarter was bad, the second quarter was down 16%, the third quarter was down 5%. And history shows after 3 down quarters like that, you typically have a positive fourth quarter. So I'm thinking anywhere between 12 to like 17% for a fourth quarter. And then when you break that down, it gives you a range of basically like 4,000 to roughly like 4,230, 4,250 or something like that. And I just feel like because it's such a small percentage for that last 200 points, they could chop this up and then watch what they do. They're gonna give us that big ride. It's gonna be like 2 big days, and we're gonna go back to chopping. Yeah, because that last week is gonna be chopped.
Yeah, that's why I said next week is all we got for real trade.
Right, and that's why I'm like, so when we get to that last week of December, I'm not expecting no more upside. So wherever we get after next week is like that's probably where we're going to end the year at.
That's it. It's a done data. I'm gonna go check out the video when we jump off. But what was Powell talking about? Like how was his verbiage?
Oh, okay, great question, man. Because the live on Powell, the thing on YouTube, it was delayed. So it was like I couldn't hear him. The market was moving, it was late. So I ended up cutting him off, but I was listening for the TV. So basically, he did the 0.5. He let it be known, like, hey, we still got work to do. But at the end of the day, you want to know about the Q&A. So at the end of the day, Q&A, the very first question was from Steve Leisman. And I want to say he like specifically asked about how the stock market had rallied and all, like just like from the jump.
Yeah.
And he gave a very balanced answer.
Okay.
And that's when I knew like ain't nothing about to pop off. Right, it wasn't like he wasn't crazy hawkish and he wasn't dovish. He just was like, look, we're going to keep working we're going to keep working to have financial conditions tighten. Some of it is a lag, but at the end of the day, like invest at your own peril, right? You know what I'm saying? But we're going to keep going at it. So I would say some of the big takeaways is that he blatantly said that they are not thinking about no cuts in 2023.
Okay.
So like that was a big so I think somebody asked him, he openly admitted like, nah, we're not thinking about doing no cuts in 2023. The Fed projections, like 17 of them said that I think they think the Fed terminal rate has to go to like 5.4.
For when?
For 2000, like that's gonna be like, remember like where do we think we're gonna have to go? The end goal, the end result.
Yeah, for the end of 2023, you saying?
It don't even got to be the end of 23. That's just gonna be the max they want to get to when they they can pause, right?
Okay.
So if they get to they said that might be like 5.4%. After today's rate hike, it takes the range to 4.25, 4.75. So if you think about them having to get this 5.4, that's another 100 to 125 basis points left. So take it how you want, right? March can be 50, February could be 50, March could be 50. Then they could be looking at being done.
Yeah.
He was saying that how they expected inflation to like drop heavily, and how he needs to see more data. Like these two reports were encouraging, but not enough.
Yeah, that's why I was going to ask if anybody asked them as far as like how they feel about the rates that's still coming down, that's still in the pipeline. Did anybody ask him about how he feel that's gonna have an effect on it, like the stuff they've done already that's still in the pipeline?
So he basically said, look, man, we think housing is going to come down. The inflation they are worried about is core services. So
okay,
that's the one where they said, we're not seeing as much progress. So I guess when you think core services, that's food,
anything in the service industry, really.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So so that was kind of his breakdown of it.
And I think they concerned about that because like America ain't the manufacturing giant that we were. We move more to service, so it's like
it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to bring that down. You know what I mean? I was about to say, what is it? Their GDP expectations, they dropped it big time.
Oh really?
Yeah, I want to say they dropped it from like 4 to 2 or 5 to 3, something like that. I want to say it was like 2 percentage points for their GDP projections in 2023. So that was another thing that they came out with. So I mean, again, all right, this is how I'm gonna look at it. At the end of the day, it was hawkish, it was bearish, it wasn't good, but it don't derail the end of the year rally.
And the reason why, this is why I asked you what the purpose was like, because when the rate release came out, it dropped, even though it was exactly what everybody expected. But looking at the chart for the time when he started talking, it started rallying again. That's why I was asking what his verbiage was like.
All right, so it dropped initially because of that dot plot that I was telling you about. Them saying the terminal rate was going to have to go to 5.4.
Yeah.
And then I think it was few to dot. So that came down the pike, and just the language, right? So one of the language things they was looking to change was that would he go from saying ongoing rates was appropriate to basically switching, saying, hey, we realized that we about to start winding down. No, he said it's ongoing, it's appropriate, meaning we not stopping no time soon. Right. And so I think here's my thought, right? And this is why I said the market dropped on the thoughts of he was going to come in hawkish. He didn't really come in hawkish, which when he said some of that good stuff I was telling you about, like, that's what got the market to jump, right? It was like, he said some stuff that kind of made the market jump. But then when he like also was like, well, no, I don't see no cuts. Whoa, that's why I got that big wick.
Yeah, we got a long wick.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, no cuts, come on back, buddy. But then at the end, it was kind of like it wasn't so bad, right? It was just like, So my thought would be this: it wasn't bad enough for us to not have an end of the year rally, but the end of the rally is what then causes him to come into the February meeting pissed off. And that's when he got to lay down. You got to lay down the hammer. Also, another thing, bro, this might be another big market misconnection, is that the market, the rates, the yields and stuff, they're pricing in that the Fed will have to cut in 2023. So if they don't end up cutting, like, that's a big disconnect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what Steve Leisman was talking about. He was saying how, like, they're saying the Fed terminal rate should be like 4.8 or something like that by like the middle of the year, saying basically he wanted to cut by the middle of the year. And he ain't showing no signs of letting up. He already said no cuts.
Yeah, if he said no cuts and he's saying he want the terminal rate over 5, you know what I'm saying?
That's a market disconnect.
Yeah, that's totally different than what the market. If market want 4.8 or whatever, that's totally different. You know what I'm saying?
So they were talking about that. So a lot of the economists were saying, look, the market is mispricing. It's ahead of itself. You know what I'm saying? Like, Steve Leisman had the best quote before he got off air. He said, we're gonna see who right, either the market or the Fed.
Don't fight the Fed. Don't fight the Fed.
Dang, that's all I gotta say on that note right there, dog.
Jay Powell say what his buddy, what the name is? What the dude name is? It's not Bronk. Not with the B. It started with a B.
Bullard.
Bullet, but hey, Powell say Bullet got the Draco in the trunk. Don't fight the Fed.
Right. But what's your expectations? I guess, for tomorrow. Well, you already know, but I mean, as far as like all the data, so you think if it come in good, we go up, or you think it's still stuck like Chuck till Friday? Because it's quite witching, bruh.
Yeah, it's quite witch. So
these wits are nasty, bruh.
I ain't even gonna hold you. We in the middle of the road, so it's like it can go either way. You know what I'm saying? They keeping us right there in the middle, so it's hard because it's like we took both sides, like you said, both sides got clapped.
Okay, I got one for you. Look at the dollar though.
I ain't even looked at the dollar. Let's look at the sauce indicator.
The dollar is weak, bruh. It's weak. It's not showing no strength.
Do I got the dollar on here?
BXY.
Is that the dollar?
Yep. Look at that.
Oh yeah, the dollar dropping.
Like it's hot.
The dollar dropping like it's hot. And it's coming up down here, pushing for this fair value gap right here. The dollar dropping like it's hot.
Actually, if you go to a monthly, you'll see the whole monthly order block is going for.
Oh yeah. Right there. Yep. Got an order block right here. It's right there at a breaking structure. We got an order block at a breaking structure right there. So it's got a little bit more downside. Oh, but if it blow through that, we got a fair value gap down here too. So if it blow through that, we can't come get that. That's interesting.
You got to think about it. And then if you look on the monthly, we made 3 lower highs. So the dollar is breaking down. You know what I mean? So that could definitely lend itself towards, us rallying, especially if this thing keeps breaking down in the back half of the month. You know what I'm saying? The dollar keep going a little bit lower.
What I do? But we sound like when we be going together. You know what I'm saying? You see how
so one of them lying.
Yeah, see how we going together?
Yeah, like so that which one of them lying? Is it the market or the dollar? I think it's the market. I don't think I think we ready to go up.
See,
right. I think the market ready to break that correlation.
And then I'm gonna put both of them on the low. I'm gonna set both of them on the low. Can you just do that on TradingView? Oh yeah, I got it on the low already. I got it set on the low. Yeah.
Yeah, that down. Look at that, bro. Look at them peaks, and then as you see, we started.
And then when I set it on them the lows that it made, and then I'm gonna set it to the close. Let's see, close.
Yeah, we just spotted it. That's the one online.
Why can't I get this one? Does it do both of them when I do? So when I do one, it changes both of them?
I have no idea, bro. I think it looks fine this way.
Yeah. Okay. I was just trying to see if when I change it, do it change both of them? Like, let me see if it changed both of them. Because, you can change it till you want the low. No, see, it's only changing that one. To the close. See, it's only moving that one.
Oh, okay. I see.
You know what I'm saying? So when you put it on the line chart, if you want to look at the low or if you want to look at the close,
I would just keep it on the close.
Yeah. But sometimes I switch to the low so I can see when I'm looking for like divergence, I'll switch it to the low.
Gotcha.
I'll switch to the low so I can see, like if I got it on candles, if I got my on candles, and then my line chart, I'll be wanting my line chart to be like on the low so I can see when it's making a new low or
Gotcha.
What's the name? But yeah, they run it together right here on this end, so that's like a disconnect. Like right there, it was running like it's supposed to. Like this was going up and this was coming down, right? But right here, they both, you know what I'm saying, that made
it. We started going up these first 2 weeks. The dollar started going down. Now what's just happening is the dollar's going down.
See, going this down. Right here was right. This was good right here, and then now they coming down together. Like that's no bueno. So who, like you say, who lying?
Who lying?
Who lying?
I think the market. I think the market line. I think
Hey,
the market.
We about to find out when we get that pow. Get that pow.
Oh,
Hey, I appreciate you, man.
no doubt, man. I appreciate you, man. I just want to jump on, man. Everybody enjoy their holiday, man. If y'all don't hear from me from a while, you know what I'm saying?
Tell Ellie
Definitely,
congratulations.
yeah, she's sitting over here. She can hear you. So.
I expect some pictures when the new princes come around.
Oh yeah, you know? already.
I expect some pictures when the new princes come around. Did you ever send me the y'all? Oh, you said y'all ain't had no registry link.
Yeah, we didn't do. I mean, because we had a lot. All we really had needed was like diapers and stuff, man.
All right, text me your address. Text me your address, and we'll send y'all a. No, I ain't got to get no card. We'll just text me like I either Zelle you or Cash App you something like that.
I got you.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, be like, I'm gonna send you a card, or
it's 2022 now.
Yeah, I'll Zelle you a Cash App you something like that. I know when you have babies, man, people be giving you stuff, and you end up going to the store taking so much stuff back. You know what I'm saying? I just give you the money, you go get what you need. You know what I'm saying?
That's why we was telling folks like, yo, first of all, when we had our first daughter, we had got so much stuff, right? Because we knew so many people had daughters or girls. Mm-hmm. So we kept a lot of that. And now it's like we blessed to have another girl. So it's like, well,
and then they grow so fast when people be buying you stuff, you can't use it. It's like
But again, luckily our girls are same season. So it worked out to the T, right? So it's like the same season clothes that Kennedy went through is what the new baby gonna go through. So yeah, man. But man, I ain't gonna hold you up much longer. To the people that's hanging out with us, man, we appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm gonna be off the scene for a little while, but I'll be back.
I'm gonna have to see if I can get a discipline over dollars onesie. I'm about to see if they got onesies on the site. I to get a discipline over dollars onesie.
I definitely will put her in that and take a picture and daggone model that and all that.
All right, man. Enjoy your
have a good night, man. Y'all have a good night, folks.
Congratulations again.
Appreciate it, my guy.
We're gonna go ahead and call it, man. Shout out to homie Zay for pulling up again. The link for Zay live, his reaction to Pile is in the chat somewhere. Right there. There it is. That's the link to Zay video. Go check it out. I'm gonna check it out after we get off the live. Y'all already know what the link read, man. Don't put off till tomorrow what you can say today. Let those that you love, let them know that you love them. Don't just say it. Don't just show it. Say it, show it, and confirm it. Because I'm telling you, little Timmy Rogers was the worst at confirming. I'm thinking I'm over here doing my thing. And ain't nobody in the house feeling love. Right? If your parents still here, man, call them up. Hey, mama, hey, dad, I love you. Don't live with the regret little Timmy Rogers live with putting off every weekend. We gonna go see granddaddy. And guess what? Never got to go see granddaddy because I kept putting off till tomorrow what I could have done that day. Don't live with that regret, man. Let the people in your life that you love, let them know that you love them. Hug your kids. Hug your spouse. Hug your dogs if you got pets. Hug your cats. Don't hug your fish. You might drown. Hey, man. I'll see y'all in the morning for the overnight price action. And it ain't gonna be no price action recap tomorrow. Chris got a concert. So no video tomorrow evening, but we will be on December the 15th at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. See you in the morning, man. Enjoy the rest of your night. Appreciate Zay again. Congratulations to Zay again. See y'all in the morning, man. Gone.